Hello class. So the last factor that can affect an equilibrium reaction is temperature. So from the slide, when a reaction is endothermic, the energy is found on the reactant side because endothermic means you're taking in energy or energy in the form of heat. However, when a reaction is exothermic, it releases heat and therefore the energy or the heat is found on the right side of the chemical equation. So endothermic left, exothermic right, because heat is being produced, it's being released, therefore it must be on the right side. When it's endothermic, you're absorbing heat, therefore it must be on the left side because you're using the heat. Now in red it says when exothermic, energy is being released. Okay, so energy is being released and is found on the product side. To counteract this change, you must absorb energy. Therefore, the equilibrium reaction will be shifted to the left side, so the reactants will be favored. So anytime a reaction is exothermic, the chemical equation will shift to the left. Anytime you're absorbing energy, to counteract that change, you need to shift to the right, okay? Because you need to get rid of the energy that you absorbed. And the only way to do that is to release it or produce it. And that means you're shifting the reaction to the right. Okay, here's an example of the Chatelier principle and temperature. I have the following equilibrium reaction. M2 plus 3H2 turns into ammonia, and you're producing 92 kilojoules of energy. Okay, so since this is an exothermic reaction, the only way to counteract this change right here is to shift to the left. Okay, again, the Chatelier principle says that whenever there's a disturbance or a stress, the equilibrium reaction will tend to counteract that stress, right? So it's going to go in the opposite direction. So in this case, it's exothermic, it's going to shift to the left. And the last example, the last slide, you have 556 kilojoules of energy being absorbed, so it's endothermic, and the only way to counteract this change is to produce heat, right? Because if you're absorbing heat, right, you're absorbing 556 kilojoules of heat, the only way to counteract this change is to go in the opposite direction. So you absorbed it, but now to counteract this change, to establish equilibrium, you must shift the reaction to the right. So in this case, the answer would be a shift to the right. So if you're a little confused, go back to the red part of this slide. When exothermic, you're going to have a shift to the left, and when endothermic, the reaction is going to shift to the right in order to reestablish equilibrium.